एक इंटरेस्टिंग घटना बताता हूँ सर मैं।
बताइए।
क्या हुआ कि जब मैं फॉरेस्ट में आया था, इत्तेफाक की बात ये थी कि 4 दिन की छुट्टी जैसी मैं ज्वाइनिंग किया, उसके बाद वो लेबर चला गया। तो उसके बाद में 4 दिन तक कोई मेरे को देखने नहीं आया कैंप में। 100-150 किलोमीटर दूर था वो कुआँ, वहाँ से पानी लेने गया दोपहर को। सांबर जोर से चिल्लाया तो मैं बाल्टी फेंक के आ गया वहाँ। यानी डर, यानी जंगल तो जानते नहीं थे उतने अच्छे से, कान्हा ऐसे नहीं जाना जाता।
This was a sanctuary, a small sanctuary that was established in 1933, quite long back. For us, the two most important species are, of course, tiger, and the other one is the hard-ground Barasingha. This subspecies is very important for us because this is the only population in the world. It is not found anywhere else. So we thought of taking Barasingha as a mascot for Kanha. And incidentally, Rohan visited Kanha. We were working on some project to get some cartoon map of Kanha and some caricatures of different flora and fauna of Kanha. So that time we decided to have a mascot. And Bhur Singh name he only suggested connects to the local tribal people here. And he's brown in color, not exactly brown, it is golden brown, and then it has antlers. So Bhur Singh actually connects to the color and the antlers also.
जो हार्ड ग्राउंड बारहसिंगा अभी सिर्फ कान्हा में है, जो नॉर्मली सबको दिख जाता है, तो उसको इम्पोर्टेंट क्यों नहीं समझते? यहाँ इतना अच्छा बायोडाइवर्सिटी है, आप टाइगर के पीछे क्यों जाते हैं? आपको सिर्फ टाइगर पे वो नहीं रहना चाहिए कि मैं टाइगर देख लूँगा तो खुश हो गया। आप देखिए कान्हा के जंगल में आप देखते हैं तो कोई पहुँच नहीं मिलती, कुछ नहीं मिलता, गंदगी कुछ नहीं मिलता। तो सिर्फ इसका बचाने का भी श्रेय हम लोग का जाता है और उनका भी जाता है, टूरिस्ट लोगों का।
मतलब हम लोग इसमें इतने ज़्यादा इन्वॉल्व हो गए ना कि इसकी बाहर की ज़िंदगी हमें लगते नहीं कि कुछ होगी। जैसे घर भी जाते हैं या बाहर जाते हैं ना, लगता है कहाँ पे आ गए और कैसे वापस आ जाए। ड्यूटी तो है हमारी है, मतलब हमको सैलरी मिलती है, सरकार हमें काम दे रखी है, पर ऐसे लगता है ना कि हम उनके लिए काम कर रहे हैं जो अपनी आवाज़ नहीं उठा सकते, है ना। जैसे पेड़ हैं, वाइल्ड लाइफ है, एनिमल्स है, तो पेड़ ना नहीं बोल पाता कि हमको बचाओ, हम काट रहे हैं, या कोई शिकार होता है तो वो भी नहीं कह पाता है हमें बचाओ। जैसे हम लोग चिल्ला लेते हैं, फायर लिखा लेते हैं, तो हम लोग उनके लिए काम कर रहे हैं।
Welcome to the Kanha National Park. Bison है, टाइगर है।
ऐसा होता है सर कि हमने निकल गए और बाघ पीछे से रास्ते में आ गया।
सर कुदरत ने टाइगर को इतना अच्छा शरीर दिया है कि हम लोग क्या है कि कितने सालों से उसको देखते आ रहे हैं, लेकिन क्या है संतुष्टि नहीं होता, इच्छा का पूर्ति नहीं होता। यहाँ पे टाइगर का माइटिंग, बच्चे माँ किल करते हुए, आपस में फाइटिंग करते हुए हमने ये सब देखा है।
टाइगर ट्रैक अभी क्या क्या? हाँ
क्या हुआ था? कुछ आवाज
रिवर चले गए।
अरे मैं तो सीधे ही आ रहा था, वो क्या हुआ, वो 2-3 गाड़ी वाले मिले तो वो बोल रहे कि इधर टाइगर दिखा, ऐसा बोला, इशारा किया, मैं रुका वहाँ पे, तो सामने बोले यहीं पे
ग्राउंड।
ओके
So we wait here, you can actually hear the alarm call from there.
क्या है जो इनका मूवमेंट का समय हो चुका है, कहीं भी अगर ये चलते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं से तो आवाज़ आएगा।
Where you saw the hornbill, if you go at the branch on the right hand side at the back, there are parakeets, plum-headed parakeets.
With birds, you have to be really careful about the microhabitats. Like for example, if you're looking for a woodpecker and if you stand next to a swamp, which is with open grasslands on the side, you're not going to get a woodpecker over there because there are no trees. Or if you're looking for a bird which, like a duck, in an area which has a lot of tall trees and like a proper forested area, you're not going to get a duck over there. So first of all, getting that microhabitat correct is really important. The fun part is when sometimes if you are looking for one particular species and you're trying really hard and then you hear a call, obviously it's not as big as a tiger, so you have to use your binoculars and keep on listening to the bird calls that are happening around you.
The butterflies have two kinds of plants. They like it. One is the larva host plant where they prefer, they need to lay eggs. They also need some nectaring plant. They need to suck the honey. So once you plant all those plants together in a particular garden, so eventually you'll get all the butterflies there.
Kanha is one of the finest tiger reserves in the country, and people have watched it evolve from shikari blocks through a sanctuary, a national park, and ultimately a tiger reserve. We have got a very good and viable population of tigers, but it is more famous for the Barasingha. The Barasingha or 12-tine deer is one of the most handsome species belonging to the Cervidae family. It is also known as a cervid. It has got hard-knit hooves and it has adapted itself to hard ground conditions of central India. That's why it is also known as the hard ground Barasingha. Pench also evolved through a pre-Darshini wildlife sanctuary, through Sanctuary National Park. Then in 1992 it was declared the 19th tiger reserve in India. It's a splendid national park. We've got a very good density of cheetal. When tigers or leopards, when they predate upon any animal, so there is more probability that they are going to predate upon a cheetal rather than the Barasingha. So in this way, this buffer population also saves the Barasingha from being predated upon. As far as Pench is concerned, we have got all teak forest. It's a drier conditions are there. From October onwards, teak leaves they start turning brown, and by the end of November or December, it becomes totally denuded. And as far as Kanha is concerned, we have got sal. It is regarded as an evergreen species, and throughout the year, we see the greenness of sal. In the sal forest, we have got more herbaceous, denser and shrubby undergrowth. As far as the jungle books is concerned, the first story, it was in the Rukh. So Rukh, I think in Gondi language, it means a forest. And incidentally, there is also a locality called Rukhad between Sivni and Nagpur. So in all probability, the book was actually based on the Pench Tiger Reserve or the Pench Forest.
Today we are looking after this very beautiful and very elusive creature called as the Indian giant squirrel. The mascot for Satpura is not the tiger, not the leopard, not the sloth bear, but these beautiful giant squirrels. So I'm really looking forward to see this beautiful creature today. It makes a call something like, just like that. Just trying if you can spot one. So this is a call of a langur. It's extremely strong call. So all the herbivores, whenever they see a big cat or carnivore, they start to give out an alarm call to alert the entire forest. Since right now the intensity of the call was too fast and too strong, we think it's a leopard. There's a water stream running through the forest. That's where all the langurs and the nilgai is staring at. So it's completely alert right now. Tenwa here. उधर ही खड़ा है. पूरा alert है लेकिन. Where the leopard was moving, but the road is not ready yet. गिलहरी मिली कोई?
गिलहरी मिली.
कहाँ?
कैंप के थोड़े से आगे, वो जो घनी रहता है ना वहाँ, क्योंकि और कुछ मिल भी नहीं रहा तो गिलहरी देखते हैं.
The canopy is so dense right now, it's it's quite difficult if they are lying on the branch or somewhere. So this is usually the patch where they are found in. So this is full of mahua trees and crocodile bark trees. This is usually where they nest. This is absolute and accurate call of the giant squirrel.
Wildlife photography I started 10 years back when I first visited Kanha National Park. I saw wild dogs hunting Barasingha, then I saw 5 tigers in 3-4 safaris. So I liked Kanha very much, and Kanha has become my first love. When I first saw a tiger in Pench Tiger Reserve, it was such an excitement. It was a typical jungle mahol, like deers are calling. There were frantic calls from the monkey, from the barking deer, and we were frantically looking for the tiger for almost 2 hours. But suddenly our gypsy driver looked back. It was just a last glimpse before leaving the jungle. Instead of we seeing the tiger was seeing at us, and when we turned around and saw the tiger looking at us, it was a huge male tiger in Pench. That was one of the great moments. It was a chilly winter morning in the month of December in Bandhavgarh, and after entering the park, we saw Siddhababa tigress 3 cubs. And there was a piece of information that the tigress didn't come to visit the cubs for a whole day. So we decided to wait at that particular spot. After almost 4 hours, the tigress showed up, and it was I can say a grand moment in my wildlife photography career. As the tigress was carrying a spotted deer fawn in her mouth, the tigress walked in front of us for almost 20 minutes, and the tigress was licking those cubs, and she was cuddling, caressing the cubs. After visiting several countries and seeing so many type of forests, I can surely say that Madhya Pradesh has one of the best evergreen sal forest, bamboo forest, dry deciduous forest, grassy meadows of Kanha. Has so many things to offer. There are so many tiger reserves in India, but Kanha, Bandhavgarh and Pench, I can easily say that there are 50-60% chances of seeing the tiger. So I can easily say Madhya Pradesh is a tiger hub of India. Sighting a tiger is relatively easy in this part of India than elsewhere.
The history of Bandhavgarh goes back to 1968, because before that the rulers were having their private hunting ground and they were hunting either for the counts or for their hobby. But here was this ruler, Maharaja Martan Singh of Rewa, who went to the then Prime Minister Mrs. Indira Gandhi and asked her to make his private hunting ground into a wildlife national park. And that was the birth of a national park called Bandhavgarh National Park. The most outstanding feature of this park probably is the plateau, and it ranks among the 8 natural forts of the country. It's a place which was a shelter to the Buddhist monks, the pilgrims, and they had the caves built in the 1st century AD. Later, it was the Kalchuri who came and occupied this fort and gave an unique contribution of all the Dashavatar of Vishnu, among which one of the most loveliest place is Sheshai, which is a 32 feet lying Vishnu. Today this park has risen up to 1168 square kilometer and is part of the Project Tiger of India. This park today can be easily be termed as one of the best habitats for the tiger. It's during the winters when he requires sunlight. You have the stones and the hillocks and the rocks. When you need in the summers the comfort of coolness, the tiger's got water, he's got lovely grassland. Thus, it's an all-season best available climate for the tiger. I'm sure that the tiger is still considered to be the safest in Bandhavgarh. Even the relationship between the tribal and the tiger and the human conflict between the tiger and the human being is at its minimum level.